Hello. It's been a while, right? I haven't been here doing this sort of thing for some time, for probably about 6 months. So I thought I'd catch you all up with what's been going on in my life over these past 6 months, what I've been doing, where I've been doing it, and more importantly, why I've been doing it. But to start, I just want to say that this video is kind of directed towards men. So for you females watching this, I'm really, really sorry. You, of course, can watch this, and if you find value in it, you can pass it on to the males in your life. But as I say, this is directed from me, a man, to you, men. I think I can speak for quite a lot of you when I say that there are times in our lives when, to all intents and purposes, we look really successful. We look like we've got it all, right? We've got the business, we've got the house, we've got the cars, we've got the money, we've got the wife, we've got the family. But there comes a point in our lives where it just doesn't feel right, where it looks on the surface like everything's serene and everything's wonderful and everything's hunky-dory, but deep inside of us something's missing. We should be celebrating these successes we have, but we feel like we're in this pit of despair and we don't know why. And this despair leads us to behave in ways that we just can't explain. And it causes all sorts of problems. And if I go back in my life, the business goes, the house goes, the family go, even the fucking pet goes. And you're left with nothing, except that realization is, how on earth did it get to this? Now, I was really fortunate because I was able to surround myself with people who showed me why this was. And it enabled me to pull myself from this pit of despair to a life that's evolving and growing at such a fast rate, and has brought me in relationships with amazing people. And I wanted to have this conversation with you today to show you how I did it and to see if it can help you. You see, I posted on Instagram, I think it was yesterday, and Facebook, some really alarming stats that I discovered. I didn't realize that 3 out of every 4 people who commit suicide and take their lives today are men. And that 73% of all the people that go missing in the UK are men. And that men are 3 times more likely than women to become dependent on alcohol. And it's not just a man problem. Boys at school are being outperformed across the board in all subjects by their female counterparts. And boys are 3 times more likely to be excluded from school than girls. And 98% of all violent crime in the UK is committed by men. These stats are unbelievable. What on earth has happened to us? What on earth does it mean to be a man these days? Have we gone so far that we can't even step into our own power, our own strength, and I'm going to say it, our own connection to the divine or spirituality or self, that we have to wear these masks and be something that we're clearly not? You've only got to look at what's happening in the world these days. Alpha males taking ridiculous decisions that impact thousands, no, millions of people in countries far, far away. Where are these decisions coming from? Because they're not coming from a heart-centered, aligned place. You know, years and years and years ago, I was a professional athlete. And it was a really good time of living, doing something you loved and had an affinity for and getting paid well for it. But you know what that does? It creates separation. It tells you that you are different to everyone else. You're better than anyone else in this particular thing. So you walk around with this ego stoking mask that you wear of being superior because you can do something that only a very small fraction of society can do. And then something happens that rocks you to the core. In my case, you get injured. And you can't perform this sport anymore. You're not wanted. And you're not let down gently. You're told, there's the door, on your way, son. And all of a sudden, that identity you built up, that superiority you built up above every other man in your social circle, it's gone like that. And you're no longer special. You're no longer unique. The identity's gone. And along with it, that story you built about your invincibility and superiority. And it just doesn't happen to me. It happens to us all. We get a label at work, we become a manager, a director, a chairman, a CEO, and we build our whole story around that identity, around that label. And we live that label. We don't live our true lives. We don't live our authentic lives. We live a lie. And we know deep down that we're living a lie. And we ignore it. And that builds up this disconnection. And we disconnect with the people we care for the most. And when the shit hits the fan, and we have to pack our bags and leave our house, we blame everyone but ourselves. We need to return to a more aligned, authentic sense of self. Being a man is not about being manly. Being a man is about stepping into your male energy. It's also about embracing the feminine side of yourself as well. It's about being compassionate, being strong, being kind, being fair. But most importantly, being yourself. I coach many men for many different reasons. And on the surface, they're all separate. Having problems with business, having problems with fitness, having problems with relationships, having mindset issues, want more success, want better personal development. But fundamentally, it's the same thing, a loss of identity, a loss of self. So I'm inviting you, if this message is resonating with you, to just join me for a conversation. Let's see if together we can thrash out what it means to be this modern man. Let's connect to this deep inner spiritual self that we all have. This self that doesn't judge. This self that doesn't get jealous, possessive, angry. That doesn't want to compete with everyone. That doesn't want to make everyone wrong and us right. See, we all have this power laying dormant within us. Why wouldn't you as a man want to be coming from your full power base? Why wouldn't you want to have unlimited strength? Why wouldn't you want to be able to build relationships that mean something, that make you smile and want to get together with these people every single day? How many of you jump out of bed and go, yes, another gift of a day, let's go? In my experience with the people I work with, not many. Well, that power is there, should you choose to connect with it. It took me some time to understand and align with mine. But here we are. And this is what I've been doing for the past 6 months. And now I'm inviting you to have a conversation with me. So if you feel there's something missing, if you feel you're not stepping into your true authentic self, or feeling your true power or strength or compassion as a man, then just reach out. Let's jump on the phone. Let's jump on Skype. Let's use this wonderful technology we've got. You know, I'm a big quantum physics fan. You may know that or you may not. There's something in quantum physics called a phase transition. And what that strictly means is that if enough electrons align in a certain way and it gets to a critical mass, all the other electrons will automatically line up. If enough men step into their powerful spiritual selves, then all the other men will do that as well, because as the microcosm goes the macrocosm. That's my hope, that one conversation can lead to a critical mass of men stepping into their true masculine power, and maybe, just maybe, sorting this mess we've managed to get ourselves into out. So feel free to comment, like, share away. Reach out to me via private message, and we'll jump on a Skype call, Zoom call, phone call, I don't care. And let's just see what we can sort out before it gets too late. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.